Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am not in the boat yet because uh, because because for the reason that there is no tourism, um, the flights are being canceled. So they just put us all in a new flight tomorrow, new times. So I welcome all of you to this beginning of the physical week of Capricorn. Today we start, and we are going to speak about the the systems, the structured systems from the point of view of Capricorn in the society. So we are going to talk today related to the crown chakra, which is the topic of religion. As we usually say with family in a family meal, we don't speak about religion, about politics or economics. Well, we are going to talk about all of it together. So first of all, we'd like to say that talking about me, you have your own story, but talking about me, for example, I never had a religion. I don't have a religion. I don't have a political idea. I don't have these concepts in my life. I share a little bit of everything. So because of this, sometimes can be easier for me, for people like me that doesn't have this specific dogmas to think or to speak about all these things in a in a way that is not how do you say that is not related to straight directly to me. So what I would say is that for many people that maybe will listen this or whatever, for many people maybe it's difficult to talk about these issues, but not because they believe in a religion, but because they have a culture inside and a preconcept of what things are. Okay, so so just for you to have this idea, to have this concept, try to be open to see a different perception. Okay, to see a different option. So I would like to share, first of all, the idea of the idea of my own idea of religion. I was born in a context of a country that is Catholic. Okay, so I was born in an environment that people were mainly Catholic. So I recognized the religions through the Catholicism, of course. But my home, my family was not religious. My grandfather was agnostic. My entire environment in the family was no religion at all. So So we were kind of, these things far away is better. It's like, it's better not to speak about these things, or we don't want to talk about religions. And I am pointing this out because sometimes when we start to talk about the topic of religions, we might say religions are a bad thing, because most of the people were inside a religion and they want to go out from it, and the people that lived in a religion, they say, I don't want this anymore, so they have this preconcept of a religion. So because of this, we have these preconceptions of religions like something bad. But for example, in my own case, during my whole life, I was not related to religion, and I had a preconcept of religions from the point of view of being superior to religious people, because it was like they are still attached to one idea. But sometimes that belief is also a religion, because we are connected. We have a bond with a concept of being superior because you don't have a religion. So it's important also to understand that when we are not religion at all, also we can also be attached to dogmas or misconception about what a religion is. And I guess it's important to point this, because usually when we speak about these topics, we used to criticize religion, like trying to say that it's not good. But this is not the point for today's topic. So the topic for today is about from where the religions came from, why they are important in our process, and where they started to get lost in the distortion of reality. So first of all, to understand religion, what it means, religion. Religion comes from the word religare in Latin, that means to, re is to come back to, and ligare means to tie something, connect something with another thing, okay, to tie. So the concept is to tie again, to tie it back another time. So now let's go to the history of religion, how it started. Because a religion didn't start just in the concept that we have of religion from 3,000 or 5,000 years ago, when human history started to be registered. Okay, the human history is way much longer, so we should not stay attached to the concept that we have of the things from our point of view of how they were created in history. We have to go deeper and even more behind all the things to understand the basis if we want to create something different. So important to know, when we are trying to build something new in the future, related to love, related to evolution, to compassion, as I said in Rome in 2014, we should not build something in the future speaking against the things of the past. Like if something in the past was wrong and we are the good ones. And saying that if we erase this part of the past, we are gonna heal the future. No, it's not like this. It's through forgiveness that you heal the future. And forgiveness means that you have to understand the past. We have to understand the reasons of the past in order to heal the future. If we start to judge things for the things that happen now, it's a lost battle, because we are wasting time, because we are not understanding why they are happening. So we are not being able to heal it for it not to happen. So I invite you to do this exercise of the idea that imagine we used to speak about the past, about thousands of years ago, but what would happen if we try to think as someone in thousands years ahead in the future? So if they see backwards to us, they will see like we are a religion, that we are like a sect, like a cult, and that everything that we are just speaking right now here is just the concept of people believing that they are aware and working with consciousness. So they thought they were superior to others because they were working with the world in consciousness. They would think about this. They would also maybe say they thought they were doing good things, but they weren't doing anything. They were doing bad things, for example. Because from the point of view of the future, maybe we are doing everything wrong. For sure. Because everything is about evolving in the future. So it's important to understand that when we try to get the idea of what happened in the past, we should not judge the things from the eyes of the future. Because maybe the people that are doing wrong today, the things, they were trying to do the best in the beginning, but they had no idea how. So they ended up doing it wrong. So I would invite you to not to lose time trying to go against the old systems. Because here comes the questions, yes, but the Vatican does this, or these people does that, and whatever. Yes, of course. But why? Because they are the last part of a system that was created for hundreds of years. And now it's our time. Now we have to think in our future, in our new time. So if we waste our time trying to blame what happened or what they did in the past, we are not going to heal the past. The only way you can heal the past is by forgiving the past, because they gave us the tools to understand, oh, look at this, that was wrong. So I had no idea that I would be wrong. So now I know that it's wrong, so I will do it better. Thank you, system from the ancient times, to teach me what is wrong so I can do it better in the future. That's the way you go into the future and not losing time in the past. So this is why here we are not going to criticize the religions. We are going to give them a meaning. So I invite you to read the blog, but I will try to make a summary of the blog. So remember that in this past month, I guess it was in Sagittarius, during the trip that we did from the history, everything for us began in the moment when we, as animals, in the beginning of our history as humans, we were living in the forest in Africa, in the trees, and we were eating the fruits of the trees. And there was one day that there was no fruits on the tree. So we said, where can we find more food? And some of them commented, said in their language, kind of, they said, I heard that beyond there is more trees with much more food. So one of them left the forest with faith in that tree to find something beyond. So we, being these animals, before we became like from the human kingdom, we started to look for that tree every day with faith, and we were hoping to find it. So we were having hope. That's how we discovered hope. So from the first moment of this path created our intelligence that tried to find that tree in which I put my faith in, and I had the hope to find it. So from that moment, every hominid that came from Africa looking for this food started to have faith in to find that big tree of food that was called the tree of life. So from that moment on, every religion has a holy tree, a sacred tree, where it's going to. So these cultures from the very past, they started to follow the trees. They started to follow and try to understand where is this tree. And as much they were traveling, expecting to find this tree, the tree was even bigger, because they started to make the idea of the tree being like so huge, so big, that this tree should be like, I don't know, animals must grow from this tree, different fruits must grow from this tree, should be so big that you cannot see the horizon, I don't know, that it touches the sky. It's so big. So every day was so difficult to find this huge tree that they started to get comfortable with the trees that they found. And I was making a comparison with our cultures today. For example, for all of us, Disney has done a very good job making us believe that there is the prince or the princess that we have to find in our life, the perfect person that we have to find, and all will be good and will be the perfect person, and so on. So we are our whole lives expecting for that person that is the perfect person, that is our soulmate, our twin flame, but always the prince, the most beautiful person or the most beautiful woman. And until you find that person, you start to find like many frogs in the middle. Okay, so you start to find many other people, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, I don't know, but you will start to find other people and get comfortable with other people, and you never find the prince or the princess. And why is that? Why you don't find the best person ever? Because as much you look for it, your imagination starts to design this person in a way that it doesn't exist. It's impossible for someone so perfect to exist. Okay? So that's why we start to to create this idea, and that's why we never find it. So the same thing happened with the tree. The tree was so so big in the head of the people as they were trying to look for it, that they couldn't understand it. They couldn't understand that that tree didn't exist. So so they said, okay, this tree should be so big and so incredible that it must be big as the sky. So suddenly they said, oh, maybe the tree is the sky. So the branches are all over the sky, and the stars are the fruits of this tree. And that's how they created the idea of the tree of knowledge, the tree of the divine. So suddenly this tree was so big, and they were observing it every night, that suddenly they understood the skies and how they move. They understood the seasons, the cycles of the moon. They understood the constellations, the calendar, solstice, equinoxes. So they knew when to sow, when to harvest. They understood from the sky how to handle the matter in the earth. And the sky started to give to the humans a gift, which is rain, so they could sow and harvest. So they started to get enlightened by the water. This is the way in which the nomads discover that they can also sow the plants and the trees. They don't have to look for it. So they become sedentary. So this is how the sedentary people start to protect the fields, the seeds. And they understood that if they are all together, they can survive. If one of them goes away, they can be lost. So they need to get all together, united. So the way in which they started to hold these people together was the person that saw the skies, interpreted the sky, and brought the idea to the people as an advice. And that was the priest, the shaman. So this priest that understood the concepts of the sky put everyone together by advice in the specific moments of the year, because he understood, or she understood, everything. So in the solstice, the equinoxes, in the phases of the moon, every 28 days, in the New Year's, in the constellations, the houses of the constellations, they called everyone to come together to share and to receive the blessing for this new stage coming. So they got united once and again, every season and every change of the sky. And how do we call to get united again and again and again in ceremonies? We call that religare, religion. This is how a religion starts. Following the kiss of the sky to put together all the individuals of a family for them to survive through time. Isn't this beautiful? The system, the religion, beautiful? The natural religion is beautiful. The origin of everything is just to pay attention to the skies in order to know how to live, in order to know how to move. So that's what we all do. In specific moments of the time of the calendar, we get together, all the family get together to celebrate something, to share food mainly, and it's perfect. It's so beautiful. So now, what happened? A lot of people start to be born. So many people, a lot of people. So they start to separate to create many other villages. So they go to the north, they go to the desert, they go to the rainforest, and the shamans start to interpret the environment, the divine, according to their environment, the geography and the weather. So whoever went to the north, for example, where it's too cold and you have a winter, a very long winter with 3 months of night, there is no way for them to survive with plants. So they needed to hunt. So that's why their religion was related to the blood. For the people of the desert, it was related to the wells of water, the wells inside the ground. So the water was holy. For the people in the rainforest, it was all about the animals and the sacred plants. For the people like in Tibet, they had no much oxygen, so they need to talk slowly for them not to die because of a heart attack, because they don't have oxygen. So what they had to do was to sit and meditate, to take a deep breath. So from that moment on, what happens is that there is no manipulation in the mind. There are only shamans trying to interpret the divine through the geography where they live in. So in this way, starts to grow many interpretations of the divinity according to the geography and the weather. So what happened in the past? That there is so much people in the world that they start to migrate, and suddenly they migrate from one branch, and then with a lot of people they find again in another moment, and they kind of look similar, but they have so many different ways to interpret the similar. So what happened in that moment is that one of the shamans says, let's try to protect our people. So hey, remember that our truth in the rainforest is better and is the truth for us. So that's the only one truth that you can survive with. Don't believe the people from the mountain, because they don't know how to make you live in the rainforest. So the shamans and the priests stop with interpreting and the will to interpret the skies, and they start to put all their energies in protecting the earth. So when I say protect the earth, I am saying to protect their own vision, the people. So what they started to do is to try to convince the rest of the people that their truth, their speech was the best. This is the moment when religion stops being something that unites us and starts to become something that divides us and ties people to other people. And this is what makes a system of belief, a spiritual system, become a system of faith, which is faith to trust in the other speech, the other's opinion, and that is a dogma. We say dogma in Greek to opinion. So the question would be, how many of us are here trying to convince the others with our opinion on things? And how many of us are here trying to share that opinion to whoever needs it? The problem are not religions. Religions are not bad. Religions are a system that helps us to be united. The problem here is not religion, it's the people that is afraid to lose control. As the higher self said today, a garden cannot have only one flower. The only way we can download the light is with diversity. And that's why we are here to try to open our lotus flower, to find our inner light. Take a deep breath. And we begin with the alignment. The vibration for today is the. The statement for today is, I am the divine essence. The code for today is oxygen. This is the third basic element of creation and the most important one for life in our world. This means the most present in the atmosphere. The chemical process performed by the vegetal world during the photosynthesis discards oxygen, O, which is used by the rest of the living beings for breathing and circulation, turning nutrients into energy, relating this way the element air, the one that connects us all on a unique connection. Remember that breathing in Latin is spirare, which is the origin of the word spiritual. The ability to breathe is spiritual. So we are connected today with the chemical element oxygen that is related to our spiritual world. Okay. Let's go to the alignment. Take a deep breath. think, pay attention to all your body, to your feet, your legs, hip, waist, your chest, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, face and head until your hair. Take a deep breath and start to make a soft massage from your feet to your head, becoming aware of each part of it. Exhale. As I massage the body, take deep breath and discharge the energy through the mouth by exhaling. I become aware from the inside of my body. The heartbeat of my heart, the blood in my veins and arteries, how it goes to each one of the organs, muscles. Take a deep breath, feeling the air, the oxygen coming inside, feeling it in your lungs, how it goes to the blood, bringing this fresh air to the brain, relaxing the entire nervous system. Remember, each time that I breathe, I activate the spirit within me. So I recognize that my body is a temple. I use my imagination to feel myself like this spirit that lives within me, inside my heart and lungs, as I breathe. And I use the imagination to see how this temple looks like from within. Without any judgment, I allow myself to perceive how this temple looks like. It can be a church, a cathedral, a stone circle. It can be made with trees, in a forest, fields, a mosque, a synagogue, a Hinduist or a Buddhist temple. It can be an ancient temple. It can be a cave, or your cell, or your own organs. Don't judge, just allow yourself to feel it and see it. I try to see the people that is inside my temple, and I put the intention to invite all the other people around in other temples with different faith, with different dogmas, religions, beliefs, spirituality. And I ask myself, how do I feel? Am I ready to open the doors to all these people? And I recognize that beyond the forms, the shapes, the ways, all of them were looking for the same thing. They were looking for the essence, the light. They were all looking for the only one and great spirit. So I invite them all to sit around me in my temple. As I see them around, I remind them that the Great Spirit lives within us and is called breathing. I take a deep breath and invite them to do so. Inspire, breathe in, hold, exhale. And in my breathing, I activate the vibration of my essence. I am the divine essence. I am the divine essence. I am the divine essence. I am the tree of life and knowledge. I am the consciousness. I am the universe. I am the light. I am life. I am the path. I am the religion that unites spirit, soul, and body. I am. God. Take a deep breath, and each one at its own time, come back here and now, caressing all your body. The task for today: write down what are the basis of your own religion. I'm not saying about the religion you are in culturally. I am saying about your own religion. What are the basis, the laws of your own dogma? Thank you everybody for being there, and see you tomorrow at the same time.